So my first job began at the age of 12. I really wanted a sponsorship. I wanted to race BMX, and I went to go and work at a hardware store, local hardware store. And in this particular environment, we work on Saturday, race on Sunday. It was really, really cool. I got my first taste of customer service, of helping, of finding solutions for people. And very quickly got to realize I was curious in terms of how things work and how we could do things better. And in this space, you were never selling, you were just providing solutions. And it was so much fun because you'd let somebody come in with a particular problem, sort them out, perhaps put 2 or 3 things together, and hey presto, there's a solution. And the joy it brings, to me and to the client, was significant. And I really got to taste for that, and I think that stuck with me for life. So, I think any child that goes and does, I don't know, could work in a restaurant, could work in a store, etc. I think the life skills are amazing. And what that did is it set me up, because that curiosity got me to study mechanical engineering in terms of how things work again. Add to that a bit of business management, etc. And an opportunity came around while I was working for an international engineering company called Ingersoll Rand. The MD at the time brought in a Canadian-built Skydeck machine. And I'd been working in the maintenance department. I'd been working as a turner machinist. And we'd done a lot of work around the factory on scaffolding and ladders, and just what a pain that is. Along comes this machine, first time we'd ever seen it, right? An electric-powered boom lift. Anyway, I went to go and fiddle, had a look around, went to go and find who was responsible for this particular piece of machinery. And I was told, take it for a spin, let's see what it can do. We want to bring this into the country and sell these machines. So instead of struggling with scaffolding and ladders, I hopped on an electric boom lift, and it was just, hell man, it was heaven. You could get stuff done. It was just so incredible. I went to go and chat to the MD to see how I could get involved, and I did. So I was lucky enough to get invited to go overseas, have a look at these machines working in a rental business, and they obviously had sales and service and all the other good things. I came back and I said, this is a must. We just got to bring this back to the country. At the time, they were selling machines. I wanted to get into rental, so I broke away, and we started our first business called Access Platforms. Not long after that did we realize, hey, there's no cash. How are we going to fund these machines? Got chatting to JLG. JLG flipped this all on its head and said, would I run JLG South Africa? Which is what we did. We started in 1998, got going, and a little later, JLG South Africa, JLG Africa would become Eazi Sales and Service within our group.
So where I came from, I was part of a family business called Flamingo Plant Tire, which was a rental business that my father had started, and I'd worked in that business, in the rental part of that business. I'd sold that business to a company called Barlow World, and while at Barlow World, we were putting additional products into what was then called Barlow World Cat Rental Store. And what happened there was this young chap called Chad Pope, who was quite persistent in coming to tell us that we needed to put access machines, in other words, scissor lift, boom lifts, into our mix of products. And at the time, we were kind of renting out compressors, draw rigs, compactors, TLBs, and obviously all the Caterpillar product. And Chad came along and told us, we should be using this product. It's a great product. It's definitely the future in terms of work at height. And I looked at the product, it looked amazing, but it was clear in my mind that it was a product that needed market development. In other words, it wasn't a product people understood. So you'd have to go out and teach people how to use the product and why they needed it. So, our call it our salespeople at the time, were more akin to kind of taking orders. People understood what they needed, they would phone in and get the product, whereas this product required market development. So Chad was quite persistent. He came many times to see me. And eventually I thought, listen, I need to get rid of this chap, you know. And so I said to him, look, if it's such a good product, why don't you come and do it for us at Barlow World?
I said, yes, absolutely. Let's do this. Really, really cool idea. I have staying power, but I only stayed in that business for 9 months. I went away on holiday. It was my daughter's first birthday, and I said to my wife, I've made a terrible mistake. Why? Because cat rental is all about earth moving and digging in the dirt. I'd seen something amazing. I'd seen the opportunity of not digging in the dirt, but looking up towards the sky, looking to the stars. I came back from that holiday and I said to Brett, we were traveling back from Witbank. We had a meeting out there. I said, Brett, I'm so sorry. It's been a wonderful 9 months, but I've made a mistake. My passion's powered access. Cat rental needs to play in the dirt. That's cool, I understand that. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to have to start an access rental business. Expecting him to have a fit, he didn't, and said to me, Chad, I've got a short amount of time left at Barlow World. The place is not for me. I need to start a business on my own. Love to start something up. What if we did this together? I nearly freaked. This was such a blessing. I had all the powered access knowledge we needed to get going. Brett, without a doubt, had all the rental knowledge to get this going. Right there and then, somewhere on the N4, on the way back from Witbank, we got married. I said, okay, let's pull this thing off.
That's really how the birth of Eazi Access began. And both Chad and I left Barlow World and we set up Eazi Access. And I went from kind of MD of quite a large business to Chad's house in 26 Smith Street in Edenvale. And I never forget the first day, kind of walking into his house, letting the dogs out, meeting the domestic lady and needing a space to work. I had to actually move some of the clothes off his bed to find a spot to begin working. And I thought to myself, what have I done? But in hindsight, when I look back now, probably the best decision I ever made in my life. Mm-hmm.
That November, we started planning. December, the business plan was ready. January, I hit the road and started marketing, promising people stuff we probably didn't have because that's the way entrepreneurs need to work. And in February of 2003, I invoiced out our first 45,000 rands worth of total invoicing for the Eazi Group. I'm really proud of that day. That month, I was the delivery guy, the PDI guy, the training guy, the accounting guy. I was the happy guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenge for us was then around access to product, and realistically, the only way we could get product was we went back to Barlow World, who had a whole fleet of product now that was standing because Chad had left. And we managed to do a deal with them where they would re-rent the product to us. So here we were, two guys, one trailer mount, working from a LARPA in Edenvale with no product, but a lot of enthusiasm. And we kind of went to market. The key difference for us in terms of what we were offering was we believed in selling a solution. So it really wasn't about the product. It was about being able to assist customers. In other words, going to see what customers were wanting to do at height and then advising them. So it was a solution sell. It wasn't about, what product you want. It was about what height do you need to get to and what are you going to be doing. And then we would go out, spec the machine, have a look at it. And hopefully the machine we spec'd was a machine that Barlow World had at the time in their yard.
How did we know we would be successful? Well, we had these early adopters. So we would arrive at a construction site, and if I've done one demo, I've done a zillion million demos. We demo and you get an early adopter, and he said, just, this is incredible. How are we going to make this work? What do we need to do? And off we go.
Interestingly for us around, we always get asked, I certainly do, how did you guys come up with the name Eazi Access? So one day, kind of Chad and I were driving around, and we came across a building, and as we drove in, we kind of said, well, geez, this has got amazing access. It's quite easy access to get into this place. And then both of us looked at each other and went, okay, that sounds like a really good name. And that's really how, from my recollection, how Eazi Access came about,
I think in terms of key moments and things that I'm really proud of, it's each individual that came to work with and for us. We're a high energy company. You can see it, you can feel it. And if you can't contribute, well, we're a service business, right? We're a service chain, and you're only as good as your weakest link. So I think the thing that really excited me the most was working with people in each of these projects, in starting up a brand new territory. Why? Because we knew work was coming. How are we going to get started? We can't afford to put too much money into this until it's working. So here you had these brave souls starting a business, our entire business, out of their bakkie, out of their homes. Really, really special people. And I look now and I look today at those same people and where they are, the key roles that they hold within Eazi. Some of these people have gone on to work around the world and made us really, really proud. Some awards in their first year, others starting their own businesses, and others making those roles at Eazi their own. Really, really proud.
Key for us was around finding quality people that had a similar value system to us, that saw the similar opportunity, and were passionate about serving customers. And our key why within the business, the reason for the business being was just around making work at height safer for people that were working at height, and obviously more productive for the companies that were putting their people at height, and obviously far safer for everyone. So from our perspective, we had a really good why in terms of the business. And for those people that have kind of met Chad is the kind of guy that it's always around, his approach is always around, how may I help you? The success of the business, in my mind, is down to the people. And without a doubt, the greatest reward for me in terms of the business has been watching people that joined the business in really low roles, that have dedicated themselves to the business and to growth, and have really flourished and grown. And the impact of that in terms of their families and their communities has been unbelievable. So, not only in terms of staff, but also in terms of customers, watching customers grow and watching their business grow, and the impact that we had in terms of assisting them was one of the most rewarding things for me in terms of the business as a whole. It's always good to make money, and it's important to make money. People often are embarrassed about making profits, and for me, I'm not. I think the profit is a scorecard, but the profits are then used in terms of the benefit of the community and the employees of the business. And without profit, the business can't grow and flourish. So it's important that the company does make profit, and it's an important part of it.
My gosh, 1 branch, 2 branches, 3, 7 open up around the country. Then it's 100 staff. Then it's 2,000 machines. Oh man, not in my wildest dreams would it be as big as this.
Along came 2010, and again, a huge opportunity for South Africa. And 2010 was really the Soccer World Cup. I never forget, the stadiums and the discussions around the stadiums. it was a wonderful opportunity for us too. It was just the timing was good for us, and often they say, you need luck in business, and this was one of the lucks that came around for us, was the 2010 Soccer World Cup. And a lot of foreigners came to build the stadiums. And we got in early, again, it was one of our cornerstones in terms of Eazi was you kind of go and make sure you're on the site first. Whoever wins the first site, whoever wins the first machine on a site generally wins the site. And in doing that, we kind of managed to secure all the stadiums to the extent that a large part of the work that was done at height, we assisted with their work methodologies, how they did it. We became an integral part of their team, and we partnered with them in terms of helping them to finish the stadiums on time. And it's something that, Eazi and I'm very, very proud of, and Eazi should be proud of. And, I always said, like, when you drive past a stadium or you drive past a large facility, part of our dream was to have an Eazi machine in every one of those facilities, or to be part of all those big projects. And I think a large part of that dream's been achieved because, you can pretty much say, and if your kids are with you, you can pretty much say, we were part of making sure that those construction sites, those stadiums were finished on time, and we were part of building that, and we were part of building South Africa to a large extent. So very special to be able to say that about Eazi. And I think from a business point of view, the impact that it's had in terms of South Africa has been a positive one. And I think that's always a good yardstick around whether a business is a quality business or not, and that is whether or not it's made South Africa a better place. And in my mind, I think it has. I think it's contributed strongly to some of the success within South Africa.
Along came Ethos. They'd been knocking at the door for a long time. How do we grow this together? Perhaps there's more product lines, perhaps there's more resources, perhaps there's the opportunity list. And with all of that in mind, and to take some of the stress and risk out of our lives that we'd signed personally, it was a great move with the opportunity for growth. And I look now and I go, wow, I used to study the Access International magazine. We were always looking at the best participants in the world. We'd go and visit them. How do we be like them? How do we better them? So to see Eazi Access pop up in the Access International magazine and get recognized as Africa's best, it's for that reason. And yes, I'm so proud.
Before joining Eazi Access, my career had started at Anglo American as a geologist, but I then moved to Afrox and was with them for 25 years, including 15 years overseas, 5 years in America, 5 years based in Singapore, working throughout Asia, and then 5 years in South Korea as country head, and then came back to South Africa. And I joined Eazi Access in 2018. So since joining Eazi Access in August 2018, the business at that time had excess fleet because the business had invested for construction, and actually the major projects were just coming to an end. So we had to look at how to get the business back in balance, and that required defleeting some of the kit that wasn't required, but also then just getting the organization structure in place to be able to generate the right business with new customer base going forward. What makes Eazi Access a great place to work is the trust in the brand. The brand trust comes from the success of the individuals working with an incredible set of OEM trusted products that we can then offer the ideal solution to a diverse customer base. The key highlights and challenges working in the organization have been the highlights, specifically seeing the growth of all the individuals in the organization, and some of the challenges have been to keep the shareholders supportive and aligned as we've been growing and rolling out the business, and specifically during periods like COVID. Integrity takes a long time to build, and it can be destroyed pretty rapidly, instantly. For an individual to have integrity and for an organization to have the trust of its customers, I believe is absolutely critical for the long-term success. What direction do we want to see the business go over the next 3 years? Really, it is a continuous improvement around the opportunity of providing better solutions to our customers, as well as actually developing the processes and the systems that we have in place, as well as to continually to develop individuals within the organization. And a classic example where we'll put this all together is with the new opportunity that's arisen from our closeness of now dealing with the Manitou brand. How do we continue to prepare the business for the next 21 years? It is all around actually bringing continuous improvement to the business around the 4 ones, being number 1 in customer service, 1 in safety, 1 team working together and working to 1 set of targets. If we can put that in place, we'll be stronger in the next 21 years than we have been in the past. So what role can each individual play in the continual success of the organization? It is really around being safe, customer focused, and a team player. And with that, the trust and the brand for the customers will continuously improve.
My message that I would give to Eazi now in terms of 21 years, and I'd say, hey, Team Eazi, congratulations on this remarkable milestone. I'm so proud of the business and what you guys have achieved. Special mention, obviously, to Brett Kimber and his team. His leadership obviously has been instrumental in driving the company forward and continuing, to grow the business and to make it successful, to innovate, enhance the lives of people. So, congratulations to you guys. And just like I would ask you, take the time and just celebrate the 21 years, because it's an amazing achievement and something that you guys should really be so proud of.
To Brett Kimber and your amazing team, congratulations. A phenomenal achievement on your 21st birthday. I wish you and everybody in the group, everybody in the team, every individual, every happiness, every success, and an amazing next 21 years. I'm watching.
So today, as we celebrate the 21st celebration, what I'd love us all to do is to actually celebrate this momentous occasion, but recognize that we've gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge over the last 21 years. Let's put that into practice to make the business stronger for the next period going forward, and let's see a stronger business in 21 years' time. And really, I'd like to thank you all for your contribution, your dedication to the business, and specifically to finding the right solutions to keep our customers happy and wanting to continue to come back to do business with Eazi Access. So thank you very much for your contribution, and enjoy the celebration today.